Siyasaanga Sityana's passion for storytelling led him to Cape Town at the age of 16. Since then, he has carved out a terrific career as a film film director. He has earned recognition for his vision in local and international commercials and music videos. Now, Siyasaanga has also worked on several documentaries, such as Ending AIDS, Moving Science Forward, and In His Name, to mention a few. He joins us in the loft now to share his career journey with us. Let's have a look at some of his visionary work.
When the angel fall from the sky, when the demon come to your door, when the spawn of the devil curse your name, no one can save you.
Here I was, 50 miles from any semblance of civilization. I was hoping to be able to do some real reporting. Looking back, maybe I should have just trusted my instinct.
We open the path for the evil to destroy us.
The whole forest is empty. We've tried everything.
Satan has come into our village.
The village is cursed.
We are here to take action.
How can you let him do this?
This is not our fight.
I am not afraid of you.
Welcome to the show. I think anybody in the film industry would just love to spend a day in your head because you are just such an amazing visionary. How did you get into the industry?
Well, I'm a storyteller. I used to tell stories just growing up in the farm in the Eastern Cape. I always knew I wanted to tell stories, but visual stories, to be specific, you know. And that's how I knew, you know, I used to write the best essays at school.
Yeah.
And you just used to tell stories just in my village.
And then how did you actually get into the industry? Because it can be quite difficult, no?
Yeah, it is. Well, I had to come to Cape Town for that. My mom was staying here.
At 16, you knew that this is
16, that was it. I knew, I made a decision.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to do filmmaking. I didn't know how it would begin, though, but I needed to be exposed to the city and maybe to other avenues of how I can get into it. Yeah. But at the time, I was just writing. It was really just writing and some, you know, some plays, theatrical plays. Yeah. But to me, my eye has always been the camera in whatever situation there was in everyday life.
I love that because also from such a young age, having your eye on the camera and knowing what you like is one thing, but having courage of your own conviction that it's actually good is a whole other story. Yeah. When did you realize that you were good?
Am I good?
You're good.
Thank you. Well, that I gained my confidence just through my my work. You know, I always try to better what I've done before, and you know, the more you do it, the more people say, look, it looks good. Yeah. Even the artists themselves, the actors and actresses will say, look, it's a great script or it's a great, you know, look, and then you gain confidence, and then you know, you're like, damn, I'm good.
What do you think it takes to be a good director? Do you think it's just like consistency, or do you think that you've got you've got an artist's brain?
There's no formula, but you know, you get different types of directors. You get technical directors, you get performance directors. Then you get people that fuse the two. You know, then you might regard that as the best, right? When you fuse both worlds. But to be the best, I think you just need to pay attention to story. You need to pay attention to content. And performance is the greatest part of the film, you know? It's no use shooting the greatest look, but the performance is lacking. Yeah. You know, so I believe in paying attention to content, which includes, you know, the script or whatever we see in front of camera. And then, you know, everything else comes after.
Yeah, you've worked on such amazing stories with such incredible artists. I mean, John Malkovich, Denzel Washington, Lupita Nyong'o. What do you think is the biggest lesson that you've learned about yourself in high-pressure situations like that?
Not to be too starstruck.
I don't believe you ever get starstruck, do you?
I had, though.
But who?
Lupita Nyong'o.
Oh, was that starstruck or was just because she's so beautiful?
Denzel as well. You know, I was like, damn, am I in front of Denzel? You know, am
Yeah.
I talking to him? Is this real? So you start pinching yourself, you know, in disbelief. But so actually, I do get starstruck now and then. But just coming back to your question, what was the question?
The lesson that you've learned about yourself, especially
About
in
myself,
situations where you are
about
confronted
myself.
with.
Is that
Did you have to give direction to Lupita and to Denzel? Like you're sitting in the back there now, they've done something and you've got to go and give them.
You know,
That must
these
have
are
been quite
these are
cool.
big stars, you know. And I was assistant directing on the job,
Yeah.
so the director obviously now and then will say, look, walk in and tell them this and that, and that's direction right there, you know. And so the greatest lesson is just, you know, always stay calm, focus. It's easy to lose focus when it comes to storytelling. You know, you get overwhelmed by the surroundings. You get overwhelmed by the fact that you are taking this story from a written point of view to visual. You bring it to life. So you can easily lose focus. There's so much going on at the same time. While I'm directing you, I could be thinking of 1,000 other things. And that you can easily lose focus. You know. So the best way is to try to stay focused on what you're doing at that moment on set. And everything. Also, you know, a lot of directors, I call my characters by character names rather than names, so that I'm zoned into that. So there's so many coping mechanisms as a director just to keep you there in check.
Well, we love your work and we're so grateful that you came here to visit us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful to be here. And thank you for having me.
Pleasure. You should write a book.